Baka na-click ko. Thank you. Okay, so this is the reaction for the alanine transaminase or SGPT. You know, this is your SGPT enzyme. So as you can see, we start with alanine, tapos yung ammonia na to, inilipat niya sa alpha ketoglutarate. Ano? So generally kasi ang nangyayari diyan, yung alanine, siya yung naghahakot ng ammonia from all the from muscles, From muscles. Ito yung naghahakot ng ammonia from muscles, yung alanine, Tapos dinadala niya sa liver, tapos nandoon yung enzyme na alanine transaminase. Tapos ang ginagawa ng alanine transaminase, tina-transfer niya yung ammonia ng alanine papunta sa alpha ketoglutarate. No? So, as you can see, yung alpha ketoglutarate nagiging siya, glutamate. This is an amino acid, Tapos yung alanine naman nagiging pyruvate. So, that's how you memorize the structure of pyruvate. Di ba? Basically, dapat alam niyo munang i-draw yung structure ng alanine. Paano ba ang alanine? Meron siyang amino group, tapos COOH to, tapos nakakabit sa carbon, tapos yung kanyang R ay CH3. No? CH3. So, to draw the structure of pyruvate, you just replace the ammonia group, the NH3+ group, with double band O. So you have the pyruvate. Okay? That's your pyruvate. Tapos, in order to draw the structure of alpha ketoglutarate, dapat, syempre, madali lang namang i-draw yung glutamate. Ang R lang ng glutamate ay CH2, CH2COO-. So, ganun din. Tanggalin nyo lamang yung amino group, yung NH3+ ng glutamate, and then you're going to draw the alpha ketoglutarate. Ito yung alpha ketoglutarate. Any question? So, tandaan nyo lang AG. Ibig sabihin nun, AP pala, AP, sorry. AP, alanine, pyruvate, Tapos KG. KG is alpha ketoglutarate, glutamate. Okay, isa pa. So yung isa pang liver enzyme na mini-measure sa blood is the SGOT or the AST, So this is also known as the aspartate transaminase. Yung SGO2, this is serum, glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase. Okay? So ganun din yan. I-transfer the ammonia group from aspartate to alpha ketoglutarate. So actually nakita niyo na tong alpha ketoglutarate nagiging glutamate siya, And then itong aspartate naman, 'di ba yung ang R ng aspartate ay CH2COO-. This is CH2, this is COO-. So papalitan niyo lamang tong NH3+ ng double band O, and then you have the oxaloacetate. So OA, overacting. Yun, oxaloacetate aspartate. So that's how to draw the structure of oxaloacetate from aspartate. Na ba? Okay lang ba? Nakaka-relate kayo? Familiar kayo sa amino acid? Kasi 'di ba ang amino acid pinapa-memorize ang structure sa atin, Pinapa-memorize yung mga R. So wala kayong magagawa sa amino acid. You really need to memorize the R, the R, of the amino acid. Tapos pag-memorize na 'yon, madali na lang i-draw yung structure ng pyruvate, ng alpha ketoglutarate at saka ng oxaloacetate. That's the technique. Questions? Of course, dapat huwag niyong kakalimutan yung 6FMO, Yung can I keep selling sex for money officer. Yun yung key. So, right here we have the oxidative deamination, mga importante na naman. Okay, so this is the urea cycle, So as you can see, before nyo mapakinabangan, before nyo ma-transform sa energy yung amino acid, kailangan tanggalan nyo muna ng ammonia, ng NH3. So yung ammonia, that's the ammonia. Yung ammonia na natanggal sa sa amino acid, eventually nagiging urea siya. Kaya ang tawag dito is the urea cycle. So the urea cycle occur in the liver and kidney cells. Doon lamang yan, Kaya yun yung problema ng ng pag nag-Atkins diet kayo. Yung ang kinakain lamang ay fats at saka proteins, Yung nagda-diet sila, hindi sila kumakain ng rice. So, ayun, may mga kakilala ako na nagka-problema sila sa kidney at saka sa liver, nagkasakit, no? Siyempre, mamamahal ka talaga kasi nagkakasakit ka. Mga Atkins diet. So this is the urea cycle, So generally it starts with yung 'di ba matatanggal yung ammonia, Matatanggal yung you have ammonia in the blood. Blood ammonia, Actually galing din to talaga sa amino acid, Tapos basically you combine that with carboxylic acid, HCO3. Parang carbon dioxide lang naman to na dissolved in water. Carboxylic acid, plus ammonia. So this is acted upon by carbamoyl phosphate synthetase enzyme, CPS. Ito yung CPS. So, siyempre, ang product is carbamoyl phosphate. This is carbamoyl phosphate, So as you can see, it uses 2 ATP para maging carbamoyl phosphate. Ayan. So, imagine converting ammonia and carbon dioxide. Actually, this is carbon dioxide, to carbamoyl phosphate. Tapos meron din siyang phosphate group. Aside from the carbon dioxide and the ammonia, may phosphate group siya kasi you use 2 ATP. Isang PI na lang yung natira, Isang inorganic phosphate na lang. Tapos this one, itong carbamoyl phosphate combines with ornithine. So yung ornithine, rin siya? Parang amino acid din siya, Meron din siyang COO- at saka NH3+. This is another amino acid. So it combines with ornithine. By the way, nasa tayo? Mitochondrial matrix. Now, this happens in the mitochondrial matrix. So magko-combine and then you're going to form citrulline. Itong citrulline, so kung siya, it's a quite large molecule galing sa carbamoyl phosphate at saka sa ornithine. Tapos lalabas siya ng mitochondrial matrix. Ito na, nasa cytoplasm. Remember, ang mitochondria kasi organelle yan, So pag nakalusot siya dun sa dalawang membrane, lalabas na siya ng cytoplasm. So sa cytoplasm, yung citrulline will combine or will react with aspartate and an ATP, So you have this enzyme, arginosuccinate synthetase. So mapoform yung arginosuccinate. This is the aspartate, another amino acid plus an ATP. Ang daming nakukonsume na ATP, So that's the reason kung bakit hindi masyadong nakakataba yung sinasabi nila ang protein, Kasi it consumes lots of ATP. Alam niyo naman yan, vanity cells, Kaya yun yung isang reason kaya pinag-aaralan yung biochemistry. Actually, yung obesity hindi rin talaga maganda sa health, Kaya we try to reduce it. Ang problema talaga yan ng mga first world country. Tsaka lalo na yung diet nila sa US, masyadong masyado silang nagko-consume ng fatty foods. Yun siguro yung problema nila sa US. Okay, so you have arginosuccinate synthetase, then you're going to form this quite large molecule, arginosuccinate. And then this is acted upon by arginosuccinase, and then ito magiging dalawang molecule, It will become fumarate. Tandaan niyo pa si fumarate, yung nasa Krebs cycle. So, papasok to sa Krebs cycle. Tapos you have arginine. Arginine is an amino acid. So, kung tandaan niyo, arginine is an amino acid. And then, arginine will be acted upon by arginase, another enzyme. And then you're going to form your urea. So, ito na yung lumalabas sa wiwi niyo. Kaya ang tawag sa wiwi, sa English ay urine. Yan na yung lumalabas. And then you're going to form ornithine. Babalik ito sa mitochondria. Sa matrix ng mitochondria. Tapos balik na naman yung simula ng reaction. So this is the urea cycle. This is how the ammonia is disposed out of the body through urine or urea. Ito yung mga reactions. The urea cycle. So again, panood ulit tayo ng video. Ay, yung mga pinapapanood ko naman sa inyong video, mga standard naman to na biochemistry video, So, yung aking YouTube. Ito ba yun? Yung naata. Ito yung YouTube. Hindi. Ito na parang stop share. Tapos yung dali lang. Kung makita yung browser ko. Bukas na nga lang ako ng browser, baka na-close ko. Ito naman. Ito mga ganito. Tapos lipat ko siya sa okay, so this is the urea cycle animation.
Story. I could take you back many years to when a very young and naive carbon dioxide decided to go to his favorite bar to pick up an ammonia.
So here's a little carbon dioxide, and he likes to hang out in the mitochondrial city.
That dude wearing a mankini.
He's totally wearing a mankini. So on a Friday night, he likes to go to his favourite bar, the carbon phosphate synthetase bar, as he knows he can pick up some ammonia. Damn.
That's a cigarette upside down.
Whoops. So here's carbon dioxide,
Hey,
and here's ammonia. And they like to get pretty cozy after a couple of ATP shots. ATP is converted to ADP and inorganic phosphate is lost. And these two produce a baby.
I am not a whore.
Now, kids, this is not recommended behaviour, but they produce a not so beautiful baby boy and they name carbonyl phosphate after the bar. Carbonyl phosphate moves out to the mitochondrial city to wait for his friend ornithine, who comes in from the cytosol county.
Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? But I remember Cotton Eye Joe. I've been there a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Look out, ninja!
What's a legendary inorganic phosphate stealing ninja ornithine transcarbamylase?
That is an awesome ninja, just by the way.
And bam, like that, they become citrulline. Citrulline hates the mitochondrial city, and so moves out into the cytosol county.
Oh, that's a random panda.
Weird.
Aspartate also moves out of mitochondrial city and meets up with citrulline at the Red Bull Music Festival in arginosuccinate synthase tank. After consuming Red Bull ATP and spending way too much time together, they combine to become arginosuccinate.
Red Bull gives you wings!
They don't last long, however, as argininosuccinase comes along and splits them apart. They split apart into arginine and fumarate. Arginine remains in cytosol county and fumarate moves back to mitochondrial city to partake in the citric acid cycle triathlon.
Fumarate is out of shape and gets slammed by the waves during the race.
God, what is that?
It's a mutated manta ray fumarate, which mutates fumarate into malate. Malate continues onto the next leg of the triathlon and gets onto the malate dehydrogenase bikes.
Oh man, yung palang fumarate, eventually siya na rin yung nagiging
Malate stacks it over a pile of NAD plus third rocks and in a redox reaction is oxidized into oxaloacetate.
Who keeps putting that panda there?
Just you know why. Never say no to panda.
After bumming out on the race, oxaloacetate is very sad and he's moping around mitochondrial city.
yeah, nag-react siya sa ano.
He eventually stumbles upon a transaminase gene.
Nag-react siya sa aspartate.
Oxaloacetate wants a gender change,
Diba okay,
but in order to do this,
aspartate.
the genie informs him that he must find a willing partner to undergo a transaminase reaction with. Oxaloacetate then finds a willing glutamate, and the genie grants his one wish. Glutamate becomes alpha-ketoglutarate, and oxaloacetate becomes aspartate and moves out into the cytosol. The newly formed alpha-ketoglutarate hooks up with some of his questionable friends,
Is that the panda again?
and there are some serious lines of glutamate dehydrogenase. Oh yeah. Higher than kites, the swap an amino group and glutamate is reformed.
As for Uncle Arginine, he remained in Cytosol County after the music festival, and last we heard from him, he started using Old Spice.
Body wash can't block odor for 60 hours.
As far as we know, water took out arginine through a mean-ass hydrolysis reaction, leaving ornithine and urea the only survivors.
So kids, that's the story on how I became Urea.
So what happens to you now, Urea?
Okay. So, nasundan nyo, ano, ito pala, nakalimutan ko i-mention sa inyo. Ito palang fumarate na to, di ba, FMO, ano? So, ito palang fumarate, magiging malate siya, tapos magiging oxaloacetate, and then, pag oxaloacetate na siya, eventually, siya yung magiging aspartate, ano? Kasi di ba yung oxaloacetate, meron lamang transaminase na enzyme. It converts the oxaloacetate to aspartate. Kasi yung papasok sa ano. This one, no? So the oxaloacetate from fumarate, ba FMO, okay? So it is converted by the aspartate transaminase enzyme to become aspartate. Tapos ito yung aspartate, ito yung pumapasok sa urea cycle, ano? Lumalabas yung fumarate tapos pumapasok siya, pagbalik niya, aspartate na siya. Okay? Question? Ito yung part ito ng ano, no? Parang part na rin yung aspartate transaminase enzyme, parang part na rin siya ng urea cycle. Kasi siya yung naku-convert sa parang fumarate to aspartate. Sorry. So, ito naman yung glutamic acid, if it's acted upon by NAD+ and water, no? So magiging ano naman siya, magiging alpha ketoglutarate, no? So eventually it will lose the ammonia. So itong ammonia na to, kung natatandaan niyo, 'di ba may pumapasok na ano? May pumapasok na ammonia sa urea cycle, ano? So this is the reaction, ano? This is the oxidative deamination. You start with glutamic acid and then you produce ammonia. So parang ano tatandaan ko dito, yung glutamic acid naman, siya naman yung naghahakot ng ammonia sa brain, no? So 'di ba sa muscle, it's alanine, ano? So sa brain ata glutamine, no? So eventually yung glutamine nagiging glutamic acid, and then the glutamic acid loses from oxidative deamination, it loses the ammonia. Tapos itong ammonia na to, ito yung pumapasok sa ano? Pumapasok sa urea cycle. yung depth, actually hindi siya kamukha nung nakikita nyo sa pelikula na parang nakakapag-speech pa yung mamamatay. Usually pag malapit ng mamatay, nagmamalfunction na yung brain because of the ammonia. Kasi nagmamalfunction na yung urea cycle. So generally hindi na sila nakakapagsalita, wala na sila sa sarili nila. Yung malapit ng mamatay, no? Because of this, no? Parang ano sila, intoxicated na. So ito yung ammonia na galing sa oxidative deamination ng glutamic acid. Tapos when combined with carbon dioxide, siya yung nagiging carbamyl phosphate. Ano? And combined with ornithine, tapos nagiging citrulline. And then eventually, after some reaction, it becomes urea. So ito yung fumarate, nagiging malic, tapos oxalic acid, tapos transamination, nagiging aspartate siya. Ano? Do you have any question regarding citric acid cycle? So I'm just going to share the link. So some mnemonics. I don't know if this could help you, So yung order ng mga molecules, sa urea cycle. So orange colored cat always ask for awesome umbrella. Okay? Orange colored cats. This is an orange colored cats. Always ask for awesome umbrella. Yung kanyang awesome umbrella. So O is for ornithine, C is for carbamoyl phosphate, then citrulline, aspartate, arginosuccinate yung A, and then fumarate, arginine, and urea. I don't know kung papakinabangan. And then these are the enzymes. Can our ants aim accurately? Okay. Sa CR to, di ba? Can our ants aim accurately? These are the enzymes. So, carbamoyl phosphate synthetase 1. And then we have ornithine transcarbamylase, and then arginosuccinate synthetase, arginosuccinate lyase, and arginase 1. Yung kung ano yung this is the product, itong mga synthetase. Kung ano yung product, doon pinapangalan yung enzyme. And then this one is reactant, yung ornithine. Reactant and products. Doon ang galing yung pangalan ng enzymes. So yun. High protein diets more likely damage the kidneys and liver. Yan yung problema sa Atkins diet. Tapos, protein consumes lots of ATP to remove NH3 plus, yung ammonia. So that does Atkins diet results to weight loss. ito yung nangyayari sa Atkins diet. Pag puro protein yung kinukonsume nyo, in order to use protein as energy, you will use lots of ATP, kaya nakakapayat. Pero ang problema nga nun, nadadamage yung liver. So L-carnitine is part of the transport system of fatty acid, So yung nagtatransport ng free fatty acid papunta ng matrix ng mitochondria. Okay, so practice quiz. Alam din na to, enzyme glucose to glucose 6-phosphate hexokinase. Lima na to. Na-discuss na rin natin to. Ito si Peter Michelle, na-discuss na natin. Ito. Busin na lang natin yung Zoom. Okay, so this is gluconeogenesis. What is gluconeogenesis? Basically, this is a biochemical pathway. Parang baliktad, hindi naman exactly baliktad, pero parang reversion ng glycolysis, wherein you're going to convert pyruvate back to glucose. Ito yung gluconeogenesis. So, pag halimbawa daw hindi ka kumain, ma-activate yung gluconeogenesis para to enable your system to produce glucose from pyruvate. So let's compare gluconeogenesis and pyruvate and glycolysis. So this is glycolysis yung pababa, diba? Start with glucose tapos magiging pyruvate. Yung pataas, we have the gluconeogenesis. So, generally in most of the part, kasi basta reversible yung enzyme, it uses the same enzyme, ano? Pero kasi merong mga irreversible enzyme like pyruvate kinase, irreversible yan. So, para mag-undergo ng gluconeogenesis ang ginagawa, it uses different enzyme. So, yung pyruvate is acted upon by pyruvate carboxylase to produce your oxaloacetate. And then another enzyme, PEP carboxykinase, para maging phosphoenol pyruvate, no? Pero yung 7 other enzymes, parehas lang yan. Enolase, phosphoglycerate mutase, phosphoglycerate kinase, glyceraldehyde phosphate dehydrogenase, ano? So, parehas lang yan. Triphosphate isomerase, parehas lang. Aldolase, parehas lang. O ito, siyempre, ang PFK, alam niyo naman ang PFK, irreversible. So, in order to convert phosphate 1,6 biphosphate to fructose 6-phosphate, you're going to use another enzyme. This is known as fructose 1,6 biphosphatase. This is the second enzyme na magkaiba sila. Ano? The same sa phosphohexose isomerase. And then ito, syempre, yung hexokinase is irreversible. So you're going to use glucose 6-phosphatase to convert glucose 6-phosphate to glucose. No? So this is gluconeogenesis. Merong tatlong reactions na iba yung enzyme na ginamit. Ano? So gluconeogenesis is not reversal of glycolysis because of these 3 enzymes. So irreversible kasi yung tatlong enzymes. Ano? Yung hexokinase, yung PFK, at saka yung pyruvate kinase. So, yun. Instead of that, it uses 3 different enzymes. Ano? So the conversion of pyruvate into phosphoenol pyruvate begins with the formation of oxaloacetate. Ito muna, ano, nadaan sa oxaloacetate using pyruvate carboxylase. Pyruvate plus CO2, kasi 4 na carbon tong oxaloacetate. Eh. So, an ATP and water, you're going to produce oxaloacetate. Ito yung pyruvate carboxylase. Ano? Ito yung merong biotin. The pyruvate carboxylase. Sikat yung biotin na yan eh kasi basta pag nag-work kayo sa ano sa labas, merong talagang merong raw material na biotin, ano? So nilalagay yan sa mga infant formula, yung biotin. Kasi yung nagpo-form ng ano, raw material siya ng ano, parang precursor siya ng pyruvate carboxylase, the enzyme. Pyruvate carboxylase, siya yung nag-i-initiate ng formation ng ano, ng phosphoenol pyruvate, ano? From pyruvate. So yun, may biotin. So this is the biotin. So ito yung first part, ano? So your pyruvate, oxaloacetate, malate, tapos lalabas siya as malate, and then eventually magiging oxaloacetate lang siya. So again, yung oxaloacetate, kailangan nyo ng ATP, tapos you use this enzyme, phosphoenol pyruvate carboxykinase, you're going to produce phosphoenol pyruvate. So phosphoenol pyruvate na siya. Ano? So oxaloacetate is shuttled into cytosol and converted to PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate. The conversion of 1,6 biphosphate into fructose 6-phosphate and orthophosphate is an irreversible step. So that's why we're using another enzyme. Kasi PFK to eh, yung reverse nito, ano, PFK, irreversible yon. So instead of PFK, we're using ano, fructose 1,6 biphosphatase. Yon. So ayaw din kasi nung cells na yung glucose 6-phosphate ay maging glucose. Kasi pag glucose na, lalabas na naman siya ng cell. So yung enzyme that converts glucose 6-phosphate to glucose, nakatago siya. You can only find that enzyme in endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum is another organelle inside the cell. So nakatago doon, ano? Hindi siya yung enzyme na nagko-convert sa glucose 6-phosphate into glucose, yung glucose 6-phosphatase, hindi siya readily available doon sa cytoplasm. Kailangan pumunta muna yung glucose 6-phosphate sa endoplasmic reticulum. Doon lang siya pinaprocess para maging glucose. Kasi control point yan. Kasi pag naging glucose, lalabas siya, ang hirap magpasok. No? So I guess let's watch another video. May magandang video tong ano. Ay, 5:37. Ano kaya klase? Last na video, tapos we're done. Hanapin ko lang. Ay, may defense ba? Sige, alisan kayo. Naka-record naman to eh. Panoorin lang natin yung video ng ano, ng gluconeogenesis. Ito ba yun?
When summer was a lady,
Gusto ko yung mas ano. Ba't nawala niya? Baka pwede na rin yun. Edited na siya.